Here I am going to show you the structures present within parotid gland. This is a parotid gland of left side, and this is a parotid duct which emerges from this anterior border. This is the anterior border of parotid gland. This is apex, this is base, this is anteromedial surface, this is posteromedial surface, and this is a superficial surface. It is also called as lateral surface. Now coming to the structures present within parotid gland. So structures from superficial to deep are nerve, vein and artery. So this is a nerve, this is vein and this is artery. Artery is deepest, nerve is most superficial and vein is intermediate in position. I'll see one by one. First is the facial nerve. So this is a facial nerve. It enters the parotid gland by piercing upper part of posteromedial surface, and it divides into 5 terminal branches. This is temporal branch, this is zygomatic branch, this is buccal branch. Buccal branch divides into upper buccal and lower buccal branch. Upper buccal passes forwards above the parotid duct. So this is upper buccal, lies above the parotid duct, and this is a lower buccal branch. It lies below the parotid duct. This is a lower buccal below the duct. Then this is marginal mandibular branch. Here you can see this is a marginal mandibular branch of facial nerve, and this is a cervical branch of facial nerve. So facial nerve gives 5 terminal branches: temporal, zygomatic, buccal. Buccal divides into upper buccal, which lies above the duct, lower buccal that lies below the duct. This is marginal mandibular branch, and this is a cervical branch. Now temporal branch emerges through base, zygomatic branch, upper and lower buccal branch, and marginal mandibular branch. So these branches emerge through anterior border, and cervical branch emerges through apex of the parotid gland. Now the 5 terminal branches which are emerging from parotid gland give the appearance of goose foot, and the pattern of branching which is shown by this 5 terminal branches is called as pes anserinus. Now remember that facial nerve, it divides the parotid gland into large superficial part and small deep part and these two parts, they are connected with each other by a isthmus, which is a glandular tissue present around the facial nerve and its 5 terminal branches. So we can say that facial nerve lies in the middle of the parotid sandwich. The clinical importance of this is during parotidectomy, that is removal of parotid gland. So during this surgery, the facial nerve is preserved by removing the gland in 2 parts, that is superficial and deep separately, and the plane of cleavage is defined by tracing the nerve from behind forward. So always remember that facial nerve is protected. Then next structure is vein. So vein is retromandibular vein. Here this is a retromandibular vein. The retromandibular vein is formed by union of superficial temporal vein and maxillary vein. So superficial temporal vein, before it unites with maxillary vein, receives transverse facial vein that also lies within the substance of parotid gland. Now below this retromandibular vein give rise to anterior division and posterior division. Anterior division emerges through the apex, and this posterior division, it unites with posterior auricular vein. So this is a posterior auricular vein to form external jugular vein, and this external jugular vein later on emerges through the apex. So these are the veins in the parotid gland. Now coming to the artery. Artery is external carotid artery. The external carotid artery divides within substance of parotid gland into 2 terminal branches. This is superficial temporal artery, which emerges through the base of parotid gland, and this is maxillary artery. Now superficial temporal artery give rise to transverse facial artery within the substance of parotid gland. Now apart from these structures, the parotid gland also contains the deep group of parotid lymph nodes and auriculotemporal nerve. So auriculotemporal nerve, before it emerges through the base behind the superficial temporal vessels, a small part of its course lies within the parotid gland. So all these are the structures embedded in the parotid gland. Also, I want to show you here the accessory parotid gland. I will show you from this side. This is a large superficial surface. This is a parotid duct, and you can see here this is an accessory parotid gland, and its ducts are connected with the main duct. So these are the ducts of accessory parotid gland, which are draining into the main parotid duct. So main parotid duct opens into the vestibule of mouth opposite the crown of upper second molar tooth.